welcome to the second episode of Melbourne After Dark. I am Mech 4. I have not heard that tune in quite a few years. This is the adventure game Hugo's House of Horrors, which is another game which I grew up playing. Released in 1990 by Grey Design Associate, a one-man team comprising of David Gray. I've always had a particular admiration for any games or media which was created by one man or very small groups of people. This adventure game is one which, if you've played other adventure games from around the same time, it seems very inferior to, say, the King's Quest games made by Sierra, or, of course, later, the various adventure games made by LucasArts design, like, like the Secret of Monkey Island 2, LeChuck's Revenge, and so on. But this one has, and its two sequels has always had a particular fondness in my heart. For what we see here, the graphics are simple. They've obviously been done in MS Paint, and an interesting tidbit is that the design of this house here is actually taken from a cartoon design and traced over in MS Paint. But anyway, the general controls of the game are using the directional pad for movement and typing in stuff. Yes, this game features a text parser, which makes the puzzles a little bit difficult considering a lot more adventure games now actually use mouse and various various buttons to perform actions within the game environment. But I do have a kind of fondness for text parsers, as long as they have a very acceptable range of verbs and vocabulary, so that it accepts words which might be, a bit less common. And anyway, we see here our hero Hugo standing in front of a haunted mansion. The plot of this game is that Hugo's girlfriend, Penelope, had gone for babysitting, and apparently at this haunted mansion, and has been taken prisoner, and we have to go rescue her. It's an original plot for sure. So let's have a look around. Look. Tree. An oak tree, I think. Oh, really? It looks more like a willow tree to me. Look. That. It's just flying around up there. I always like in these adventure games where you're actually able to look at various objects around the game. They don't have any particular bearing on the gameplay itself, but it's always a nice touch that the design and developer has put in the has prepared for the possible eventuality that someone will actually look at these objects and try to interact with them. It is of no use to you. Well, that's a generic response. Eat that. Nope. But don't think you need to eat anything in this game, so that's not a verb. What else could we do? Look, fence. It's a pretty boring fence. Climb fence. You try, but fail miserably. So anyway, moving more seriously on, let's have a look at the house itself. Look, house. It sure is a spooky looking house. I think you should go inside. Well, I don't think I should go inside. Look. Eyes. They appear to be looking at you. Back when I first played this game years ago, as I said, in like 1993 or 4, I played this on our computer at the time, which was a Windows 3.1 computer, where at the time Windows 3.1 in many ways was more difficult to use than DOS itself, so I believe I oftentimes accessed this game just by using the DOS, navigating DOS to get to the game file itself. And the glorious PC speaker which you heard at the beginning of this game is oh so reminiscent of the sound which I was forced to listen to with many a game at the time. Anyway, But this game and its text parser is was very helpful growing up in learning how to spell, how to type quickly, as well as making an interest in vocabulary and a fondness for language and how diverse it can be with different words and for how you can use different words to convey the same um, element. Anyway, let's have a look up at here. What's this in front of us? Look, pumpkin. Well, I know what it is. It's a pumpkin. There appears to be something inside. I think it would. I wonder whether it would also. Jack-o'-lantern. Look, lantern. Look, Jack. No, it doesn't actually accept that. It just accepts pumpkin. I was thinking, because one of the things with these type of text parser games, which tend to make them rather difficult to play, is that many of them were made in America. So they tend to be very America-centric. And because, well, living in Australia, Halloween is not that big of a thing here. So the pumpkin in front of me in front of Hugo, sorry, is obviously carved to look like a jack-o'-lantern. But it only seems to accept pumpkin. I don't think you can actually put Jack-o'-lantern. Nope, it doesn't accept Jack-o'-lantern at all. I don't know whether there is another word for it. Anyway, what we do is we pick up the pumpkin. Did I spell that wrong? Oh, no, sorry. Get pumpkin. Okay, and we got the pumpkin. Now we smash pumpkin. Okay. The pumpkin breaks open to reveal a key. Get key. Okay. A bit different from Maniac Mansion, where the key is not located under the front doormat. Is there a doormat? Look, doormat. Why not try opening it? Open doormat. It is locked. Okay, it's there is an interesting element of the limitations of a text parser. Many of the text parsers in these games only check the first few letters in a word to be able to determine what you're trying to say. So obviously here, where I say, look, doormat, while doormat is one word, the game is only looking at the first maybe 4 letters in that word, so it only sees door. So when I say, look, doormat, it's giving me the response it would give if I just typed, look, door. These games are rather confusing on how to play them, and people get frustrated with them easily, and I understand how. They can be a bit unintuitive in that regard, but in a way, as I said, I do kind of like the freedom which a text parser gives, because if anything else, it gives the illusion that there is a greater number of actions you can take within the game environment than just being given 6 verbs, like, you know, pick up, look at, push, pull, turn on, turn off, where, whatever comes into later games. If I ever cover any other games like Sam & Max Hit the Road, you'll be able to see what I mean. Anyway, we have a key. Let's unlock door with key. Okay, another thing with these text parser games is that you tend to have to type your sentences in a rather abstract manner, open door, because they don't like to have overly complex sentences. It is best... Ooh, who's that? If I didn't know better, I would say he's a mad scientist. Many of the text parsers in these games, it's best not to use too complex words, because I've kind of lost my train of thought, sorry. What was it? The sentences which you need to type into these games are generally the bare minimum. Look, you know, like verb, adjective, or whatever it is, you know, it's like use object on object, use object, you know, and so on and so forth. You don't really do more complex ones. It's best to keep it as simple as possible. Anyway, we're inside the house now, and we see it's just as spooky on the inside as it is on the outside. Ooh, those paintings on the wall have blinking eyes. Let's have a look at them. An exquisitely bad work of art. Can we get the paintings? I see no purpose in doing that. Well, you just don't appreciate art, do you, Hugo? What's this on this table over here? Look, table. It is a small round wooden table, useful for putting things on, like candles. Oh, look, candle. A useful looking candle. Get candle. Okay, and we shove the lit candle into our pocket. I must be wearing pants made out of what's it called? Asbestos. Anyway, can we turn the candle out? Snuff candle. No. Nope, we can't turn off the candle. It's permanently on. That's kind of spooky in of itself. Look under stairs. Nope. Look hole. I don't see anything much in here. Wait, there is a little penknife lying in the dust on the floor, and next to it is a little silver whistle. Get penknife. I remember when I was a kid that I always had in my mind the image for the penknife as being something like a, well, looking like a, ballpoint pen. Oh, and you can't actually drop it. I was wondering whether I was able to drop all these items which I picked up. Drop candle. Okay, I could drop the candle. I can't drop the penknife though. I was wondering because whether the object would actually have an image if you dropped it onto the ground, but the developer didn't see fit to put in an item into the an image into the game for the penknife when it's on the ground. Get whistle. This was one of the words which I had difficulty with when I first played this because, well, whistle has a odd H in there. Okay, I wonder what the whistle is for. Now, can I save? Yes, I can. There's an old save. We're going to save over that. Mech 4. I wonder whether that load. Restore. Okay, apparently I can. Just a moment, I want to check that again. Restore. Yes! Okay, good. Now, I wonder what will happen if we use that whistle. Blow whistle. Okay. Nothing seems to happen. Hey, maybe it's one of those dog whistles that only dogs can hear. Uh-oh. Wait. Oh, it's a doggy! Look, doggy, you're not close enough. I don't want to be any closer than this. Look, dog, you're not close enough. Oh, it's a doggy. Oh well. Oh dear, it seems the nice doggy has eaten you all up. You'll never get to rescue Penelope this way. Oh, I'm dead. Help. I'm afraid all you can do at this point is restore a save game or quit. Restore. Mech 4. Okay. Well, we're not going to blow the whistle again. Though not at this moment. It is important later on. Look. Sorry. Look. Bat. It's rather not. I'd rather not. It's too scary. Well, you're just a wimp. Anyway. Let's go up these stairs. I know my way around this game pretty damn well. I don't need to use a guide for anything of this because it's so ingrained in my mind. I don't know whether I'll finish it all in this one go. The game gets a little bit tricky later on, and my memory is not that good. Well, first we'll look. I can see no more than you at this moment. Look. Mask. It appears to be a Halloween mask, looking somewhat like a grotesque monkey's head. What mask? I don't see a mask. Look. Bed. You get down on your hands and knees and peer under the bed to find absolutely nothing. Get nothing. Apparently our hero either doesn't understand what you mean or doesn't think that would be very useful. Well, nothing would be very useful. Okay, well, let's do open wardrobe. And, oh, there's the mask which I was talking about. Get mask. Okay. And it got the mask. What's the look? Mask. It appears to be a Halloween mask, looking somewhat like a grotesque monkey's head. Well, I'd already read that. Sorry. Yes, so... Can we look out the window? Look, window. It's pretty dark out there. You can just make out the outline of a shed below and amongst some trees. Look, light. You see nothing very interesting about it. Look, floor. Okay, fine. Oh, wait, hang on. Open door. Use bed. Sleep on bed. I kind of want to see whether there's any commands in this game which I haven't actually found yet. I don't expect him to actually sleep on the bed, but whether there's a response given for that situation is something which I would like to find. Let's go into this room. Oh my, it's the bathroom. Look, you have arrived at the bathroom. Thank you. It is one small pet peeve which a number of people have, and myself to some degree, when an adventure game just states the obvious like that. I mean, it is useful in some regards, like at the beginning where I looked at the table and it noted that there was a candle on the table. While you can see that there's a candle on the table, it's still good that the game says that there is, because you might not know that it's a candle. But when you type something like look and it just says it's a bathroom, I think it's pretty clear to everyone that this is a bathroom. So you tend to type that to see if you can get some more information about the room. As I said before, whether there's any items which you might miss otherwise. Look, what's it called? Bath. You see nothing very interesting about it. Use bath. Okay, get in bath. Apparently that bath is absolutely not there. Look, toilet. I'd rather not, thanks. Use toilet. Oh, come on. You don't have time for that. Okay, apparently I went before I left. Look out window. It's pretty dark out there. Okay, it's the same response as before. What's this over here? Look sink. You see nothing very interesting about it. No gold rings on the... oh well. Look mirror. There appears to be something daubed on the mirror in red. It looks like the number 333. Not red rum? Anyway, yes, here's another case of where it helped with learning English language when I was younger. Daubed is not a word which you come across terribly often. So I'd have to have asked my parents what it meant and, expanded vocabulary and all that. The high-frequency cosmic radiation emanating from this room knocks your mask onto the floor. You can pick it up again when you come out. Why would that happen? Oh my. Who are these people? The mad professor speaks. We haven't even talked to him yet, and it's already assuming he's mad. Ah, there you are. I've been looking all over the house for you. Look, you're late and we haven't much time. Step into the box and we'll begin the experiment. I wonder what he'd sound like. Maybe like Doc, or, what's his name? Rick? I don't think he's drunk enough for that, though. He's just a mad scientist. He'd probably sound like the Dr. Frankenstein, It's alive! That is Igor over there, I believe, though he looks awfully green. The professor beckons you to step into the large cubicle in the center of the room. I don't want to. I want to go back out. Oh, fine. Does it do the same thing? Nope. Oh, it does. It just repeats it. Well, you have no choice. You have to go in there. I didn't realize that you could actually move around beforehand. Look, Professor. He looks totally gone. I didn't even spell professor right. Professor. Okay. Talk to Prof. Look, just do as you're told, okay? Push Prof. Ugh. Oh. No, wait. No, it doesn't do that. In the Sierra games, especially the third one, I think it is, where you play as, the daughter of King Graham, you can go around kissing a whole bunch of the characters in it. Good, says the professor. Okay, Igor, press the blue button. Igor grumbles something incoherently and deftly presses the red button. Whoop. You idiot, Igor, roars the professor. That's all I need. A colorblind imbecile for an assistant. Oh dear, I've got my headache coming on again. I've had enough hassle for one day. I'm going to have a lie down. Professor storms off, leaving you alone with Igor. Igor in his purple spandex, like, swim gear or something. I don't know. Anyway, oh no, we've been shrunk. We're super tiny. We're only like waist high on him. Look, Igor. He has a certain charm, I suppose. If or when I do the games in the other series of this, you will see that general shape of the Igor model a few times. Reusing art assets is a major way of which developers save time for themselves, as it is anyway. Anyway, oh well, that's all done. Let's try and leave. Too bad. In your current state, you can't reach the door handle. Well, we're too short to go out the door, though I think we can actually go out the door. I don't think there is actually a door in that door frame. It just looks like one. It's just an exit. Anyway, what we're supposed to do is go back here. This was a difficult thing for me to do when I was younger, because it's kind of difficult to get into this space here. But what you have to do is you have to go behind this door here, and you can only do it when you're small. And you have to go up to this... I wonder if the cursor appears on the screen. Can you see here this little pink thing on the table here? You can look at the table in the end anyway, but the only thing you recognize is a useful looking rubber bung. Again, here is a word, which I did not actually know when I was younger. A bung, for those of you who might not know, is a plug. It's like if you imagine a barrel and it's got a hole in it where you drain the liquid out from inside the barrel. You tend to plug it up with a wooden plug or a rubber bung so that it doesn't leak. That's generally what this is. I don't know why the professor would have one in here. I don't know whether they're used in electronics. I don't think so. Anyway, pick up bung. Okay. I also got confused because... Well, not confused, but it helped me understand a bit more. That's the complete opposite, sorry. It also helped me actually understand a bit more what this object is, because I used to read The Wizard of Id, and in that there's a character, a drunken jester called Bung, who's in charge of the royal winery. That's going back a fair bit. That book series wasn't even being done when I was young. Anyway. So, where is short little Hugo? Look self. It is you, the hero. It doesn't say anything about my state. Oh well. So what do we do now? Well, let's go back inside the box. And we say... Tell Igor... Or is it Igor? Tell Igor to press the yellow button. Igor definitely presses the yellow button. Now I'm cheating a little bit here because I remember the pattern in which he presses these buttons. It is from left to right. Regardless of which button you tell him to press, he will always press the next one on from the left to the right. So he presses the red one first, then he presses the yellow, then he presses the green, then he presses the blue. If I type tell Igor to press the blue button, which is the one we need, he presses the green button. Oh, sorry, I didn't actually show the what happened then. We look completely normal, but if I was moving around, Hugo would be spinning around in place, or he'd be spinning while he walks, and you can't grab onto the handle in that manner. I'm sorry. But here's something interesting. What's happened to us now? We appear to have pieces taken out of us. I believe it's supposed to show us as being, like, ethereal, like a ghost, but it's always looked to me like he's gone through a paper shredder. Open door. The door to the professor's box can only be opened and closed by the machine. Wait, no, I didn't mean that door. Too bad. In your current state, you can't grip the door handle to open it. Yeah, I believe we're supposed to be like a ghost, but we can't phase through walls. So... look machine. You see lots of buttons and dials and flashing lights. Please don't ask me to try and figure it out. Look, dial. Okay. Tell Igor to press the blue button. Igor definitely presses the blue button. Thank you very much. Flash. Whoop whoop. And we're back to normal. Ah, it's good to be the hero and all back to normal again. E-Rog, try walking there. No thanks. Okay, that's enough of that. Oh, don't forget to pick up the mask. Get mask. Okay. Now that's done, what do we get out of it? Well, we got the bung out of it, if you may remember. It's a lot of effort to go to get just one object, but it's an interesting diversion. I generally like the design of this game. There is one part later on which I don't particularly like, and that's more because it's very American-centric, which is something these games which tends to be a bit of a flaw in these games if you've played any of these text-based parser games, or indeed other adventure games. I don't know whether we'll get to that or not, but anyway. So, I will save right now, and I think I will just cut the video here. So, thank you for listening, watching, and I will be back in a bit. See you soon.